I am at Corvallis, Oregon for the 64 bits or less, and I'm really excited about being at this outdoor gaming event. I covered this event years ago, and it's at a new location at the Benton County Fairgrounds, and really excited about sharing with you this unique event. Let's check it out. This gaming event had an awesome Pong setup, which later in the day was super busy. And if you're into video games, especially classic video games, you're in for a treat. They had so many awesome setups. They had original CRT TVs with over 30 consoles. Each TV had a dedicated console to it with a nice organized stack of classic games, fully functional. There was different accessories, and I just had a blast. I was playing some Odyssey 2 here, Casey's Crazy Chase with the voice, and it was just a great gaming event. It's a 2-day event. I was mostly there for Friday and left Saturday midday, but man, there were so many neat things to see. Open to the public, where people had the opportunity to play, thousands of games on expensive hardware, and the staff was super friendly and helpful. If you had an issue with something, they would gladly help fix it, or there was a lot of things that people didn't know how to play, so you had to kind of explain how certain games work, because this was the first time people were experiencing some classic video games. It was awesome. But I just absolutely enjoyed seeing people's smiles and experiences. There was an awesome Atari 2600 setup with many of the classics on a really cool vintage TV, and you name it, and you grew up with it, it probably was there. There wasn't like some uber rare stuff, but there was some uncommon and some rare games. Berserk, I put Berserk into the 2600 as I knew that several people would want to play that. Space Invaders, Adventure, Hubert. 2600 was a super popular console back in the day, and there was a lot of people gaming this as time went on in Friday. So I really it was just so nice. The condition of the setups were awesome too. They're really good shape. Here's a TurboGrafx 16. For a lot of people, that was a really rare console that people can't experience. I even brought my Playdate for people to check out, as I know those are still hard to get. I really enjoy this setup, this pure gaming event. There's no vendors, nothing wrong with vending and selling games, but it was just gaming and people connecting to their childhood, or families bringing this experience and sharing stories with their kids, or introducing their kids to their childhood, or kids that just were into retro video games. And each station, the stories and the smiles and the experiences that people were having, it was so wonderful to see this outdoor too. Now, it was covered in case there was a weather issue, but it was technically outside, and I really just think this is a really unique gaming event. I've talked about this before. They even had a tournament going on where you could win weekend passes to PRGE, which sponsored the event, which is awesome. And I just, looking around, I've never seen another event like this. This intrigued me once I found out about it years ago, and it was really nice to see this come back, after COVID, and open up to the public, where people were just enjoying and experiencing games for maybe the first time in many years, or being introduced to something brand new that they didn't even know existed. There were so many people who were like, well, how does this work? It was funny, even on the 2600, a lot of people didn't know how to start a game, because each game was different. Contra Classic for the NES, many Nintendo classics were there. There was lots of Nintendo represented, but everything from Atari to PlayStation, you name it. Sonic 3 there, nice to see that. Later on, that became very busy. Gorgeous weather, so a little bit of a glare here, but as things got into the evening, it just became amazing with the lighting and the sounds. Oh man, it was awesome. N64, lots of classics there for that. That was super popular station, as a lot of people were playing 4-player Mario Kart, Smash, you name it. PlayStation and Saturn. There was even a Sega Saturn there with a bunch of games. Here's Micro Machines being played on PlayStation. There's a really cool shooting gallery which was super busy as well. And you know, that really attracted a lot of people. Just a lot of neat things customized for this event. The organizer, Eric Jensen, even made custom cartridge holders for each station where the games were easy accessible for people to just put games in. There was a nice television setup with Qbert in it right now, but Burger Time was there, as well as several other classics. Each station had a nice representation of the games that made each console popular. It wasn't everything, but for the most part, there was all the classics that most people were requesting, and you know, it was awesome. A lot of these organizers even dedicated their own game library for the event. I beat Ghouls and Ghosts on the Sega Master System with my friend at the event. You have to play through twice. It was awesome. I got to stay on the station and play it. I got a small crowd was coming around us and seeing us beat it. It was awesome to beat that game and to beat it in public. And you know, there's unlimited continues, but the game is still relatively tough and difficult in a couple areas. You know, I've beat it on several other platforms, but my friend had never experienced it on the Sega Master System, and it was so awesome to do that. There's also amazing classic PCs at the event where people just come up and play. There was a nice little Commander Keen customized helmet there. Awesome to see that, as well as really nice classic PC setup. And you know, people could come on and play different games. There's even a CD wallet there where you could choose different CD games, classic CD games, and play those. But you know, Atari 800 was there, a VIC-20 was there, was also a C64 on request. But yeah, that was so cool to see. You know, as many people, especially in the Northwest, PC gaming's huge, and sometimes it's misrepresented with game collections or just gaming in general, especially the classic stuff, as it is harder to collect. There was even a TI-99 4A with a couple rare games, but a nice stack of commons where people could come up and play Parsec, Muncher, TI Invaders. The speech synthesizer was there, so you know, you could experience these. But the big popular one, especially in the evening and at night, was the N64 on the big screen. People playing Smash, people playing Mario Kart 64. And this is Eric Jensen. He is the organizer, and just want to thank for having me and just having a blast here. So this is, we're setting up for day 2, and just tell me a little bit about 64 bits or less.
So 64 bits or less is all outdoor gaming. Everything set up on original hardware, Pong all the way to PlayStation, most of everything in between. We've got a whole bunch of light gun games set up on what we call the shooting gallery, high scoreboard where you can win a weekend pass to Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah.
And we got the Game Boy camera set up so you can take a selfie with yourself on a Game Boy screen.
I'm gonna do that after this. I gotta do that. That sounds awesome.
And then one of our bigger ones, once it gets dark out, we've got an N64 set up on a projector with a big screen that's got Smash Brothers on it, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, and Perfect Dark.
Everything you want.
Yeah. So we go, you know, through the day into the night, and sun goes down, the space gets lit up, and it's a really nice time.
That's awesome. How long have you been doing this?
So we did it for 4 years. We kind of grew it up as like a backyard party, and then
I did a video on that
right.
3 years ago. I do.
Yep,
2019.
3 years ago, because we took a year off intentionally, and then 2 for COVID.
Okay, so 2018.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I think was the last time we did
I had a
it.
blast. That was so much fun.
Yeah. And then we've moved it here, and it's going really well. We expanded it to 2 days. It was always 1 day before, and trying to bring in, you know, family crowd, make it more family friendly, and it seems to be going great.
It's nice to see this event come back, and I had such a blast at this pure gaming event, something that, you know, I really haven't experienced anywhere else, and want to thank everybody involved, all the volunteers and organizer for setting this up. I really did enjoy myself, and I definitely am looking forward to the next one. Want to thank everybody for coming to my channel. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos 3 a week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a good day.